everybody. I am Patrick Shaka, Editor-in-Chief of Yachting Magazine. I'm here today at the Palm Beach International Boat Show with James Noble, Vice President and Marketing Director for Princess Yachts America. And we're here to bring you the North American debut of the Princess Yachts F65. Good day, James.
Patrick, how you doing?
Awesome. Now, this boat is debuting in North America here this week. However, there's already 14 sold.
Yes.
So what do you attribute the success of this boat from the get-go?
The 65 is a model that builds as the now flagship of our F class, which is our Flybridge class of yachts. Going up from here, we go into the 72, which starts the Y class, which is more of the traditional motor yacht style. It's where you add on to the crew quarter, you get into that little bit more of a less of an owner-operator type of boat, more of a crewed operation. So the F65 really hits that sweet spot of an owner who wants generous accommodations where you can actually sleep in 4 staterooms up to 8 guests. Plus we have a sizable crew quarter, and it gives you that owner-operator feel if you don't want a captain. It's a very manageable boat for a couple, for a young family, to go any variety of areas and cruising. This is a model that's done very well already in the Central American market for us, where they want the 4 stateroom layout in a 60-foot boat. They don't want to go above 70 feet. It's done very well in New England area, Northeast area for us as well for some of the same reasons. Trying to maximize the accommodations in a smaller package, because if you're bringing this into a marina versus say a 72 or even an 80, it's a big difference in terms of what's available for dockage. As far as the lower deck goes, this is a boat where it replaces our F62, which actually was a very popular boat for us in the US. One thing that those owners of the 62 were asking for was a 4th stateroom, so when you have additional guests on board. The other thing was a master head accommodation that was just a little bit more roomy. On the F62, it was forward. This, we've actually moved to where it's behind the master bed. It's a 3/4 beam head. You have a walk-through dressing area, so that's a very common arrangement that you'll see on our much larger yachts. So you're bringing that feel of a much larger yacht into 65 feet.
Yeah, now they may operate from the flybridge, they may operate from the lower helm. Now with regards to the lower helm, you also then have access to your side deck as well.
Correct, there's a side deck door there, so it's for ease of handling. Again, if you're operating this boat as a couple, and we do have primarily owner-operators at this size range. The 72 is our model where we start to see a mix between owner-operator or perhaps occasional captain or full-time captain. But the F65 is absolutely a boat where we see more owner-operators. So having that side deck door allows you to get out to the side deck, communicate with your crew, whoever else might be helping you with lines, communicate with the dock hands, and still be able to get to the side deck in a hurry if you needed to.
On this starboard side here, you have 3 separate social zones.
Yes.
But yet they're all within earshot of each other, but they're well defined with how you did the furniture placement.
Again, if you're like the main deck, you have multiple seating areas, and even from a design standpoint, when we're working with customers on some of their soft goods and their interior design choices, every interior is hand selected by a customer. If it's a boat we're building for inventory, our design team actually does hand select those fabrics as well. But we like to play with these different areas because you can give each area its own distinct personality. This area in the main salon is just a step up from the galley and the dining area, and that just kind of elevates it. It's a bit of a softer space. We can use, for example, mixed furnishings where we use a softer material on the settee versus the couch, and then we have a dining area that's a little bit more utilitarian, so often we'll use a leather or an ultra leather on that area, and then you have that space across from the lower helm. So if you're underway, you've got tremendous visibility forward and all around, as you said, nearly 360 here on the main deck with all the large windowscapes that we have.
Where does this boat sit in terms of performance?
It is a boat that cruises well into that 26 to 28 knot range, and we're topping out above 30 knot range. So great flexibility in terms of where you can cruise. If you're running at say 1800 RPMs, you've got 23, 24 knot cruise all day long, very comfortable. If you need to push it up to make a destination in time, there's plenty of horsepower available. Obviously, we're running 1200s in this boat, so if you get something, goes.
We have 1200 mans.
Yes.
And at your cruise speed, what's your range? What's your effective range?
We're running about a 8 to 10 hour day of cruise. So if you're running hard, our boats are all built around basically a 10 hour day. If you're running at a cruise speed, say 2100 RPMs, 80% load, you're running a 10 hour day.
So you're talking about 240
closer to 300 miles a day.
300 miles a day.
And if you back it off of that, obviously you can extend your range a little bit.
The boat has more range than the helmsman has duration to
You're going to give out long before the boat does, that's for sure, absolutely.